lost. Was lost. Alright. Goodness gracious, bro. They always dropping some shit. Listen, though. We gonna make sure the voice is right. We gonna make sure the voice is right before we get into it. Please give me a second. Alright. Cool. Okay, ladies. Gentlemen. Not even ladies. Gentlemen, really. It's been 170 days. Or 109 days. I am such a slacker. But we gonna get into this video. They just dropped a new death battle. Spider-Man versus Deku. Marvel versus My Hero Academia. Realistically, if we taking Deku at his full powers, I don't think Miles really got anything to put pause on this young man. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm putting my money on Deku. I love Miles. Miles is my nigga. He's my nigga. You feel me? But Deku is just too strong. So let's get into the show.
Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya.
Spider-Man versus Deku. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Hold on. Realistically, they probably wouldn't even fight. They'd be cool as shit. Hold on. Shit, that was so stupid. Okay, here we go. Let's do this.
All right, let's take this from the top again. This is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive spider.
Yep.
And for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there to look out for the little guy.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever.
I'm sorry.
In Universe 1610, when
Ultimate
NYC's Webhead got iced on the job,
the city was...
That should be the Ultimate Universe 1610. If I'm wrong, let me know. Also, speaking of Ultimates, go check out the new Ultimate Miles Morales Spider-Man Incursion. They only got 2 comics out right now. Once they got more, the ball is rolling. I'm fucking with it. I'm not gonna tell y'all what's going on, but it's going so far. I'm not gonna lie.
Left without its protector. But fortunately, Peter wasn't the only one who got bit.
He's ouch!
Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world.
Talk to
and
him.
now he had it thrust upon him.
the canon event to start all canon events. Now it was Miles' turn to be the hero the Big Apple needed, and he had all the usual spider kit to help him out.
Yes,
This
he do.
spider carried the Oz formula, a genetics-enhancing serum that granted Miles superhuman strength,
Talk.
speed, and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
I can do that.
Can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats so he can react ahead of time. He even got an upgrade that acts like a radar, letting him see through stuff.
But no spider...
Man, Peter's spider is fucking lacking. That nigga is lazy. These dudes Miles has gotten so many upgrades and Peter's just fucking suffering.
person is complete without their web shooters. Given to him by Peter's Aunt May, these webs have all sorts of applications between swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into constructs.
Not having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt. Could he keep up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
Hey.
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his very own uncle?
Put the drugs down.
So awkward. All that trying to kill you stuff.
Fortunately, Miles had a leg up on every other superhero known to man.
I got a dad.
Living parents. Better yet, loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even if they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter, but to do it his own way.
And
Do
it
his
helped that
own
this particular
thing.
spider had a bit more to its bite than Peter's. Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on, Spidey, branding is important.
Miles can
Y'all see what I mean? That nigga Peter Spider is lacking unless unless he's gotten some power up that I don't know about, which I'm pretty sure he didn't. His spider's lacking. I'm just saying, like, come on, bro. He got base spider.
harness his own bioelectric energy and weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
Punching, absorbing, blasting, mega blasting. Hell, he can even make electric constructs out of this stuff. Like spider webbing and a damn sword. Jeez, what kind of spider was this?
It's not entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linophiidae, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
Well, whatever kind of bite it was, it gave Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
Oh, geez, Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light-speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb that was going to...
I get it. He sounds amazing. Trust me, I understand. But the thing y'all don't know is, like, Deku is just, I don't even know why they put these two I don't know why they put these two dudes up to fight. This is not a fight, if you want me to be honest with you. I'm not spoiling it. I don't know it, but I know it because I've read My Hero Academia, and I think maybe if it was like season 1 or season 2 Deku's, he would have a chance, but that I know they taking him at full power. Think of the shit All Might can do and multiply that by 20. Nigga, fuck it, multiply by 100. What the fuck? Like, what type of fight is this? Fuck it, put Deku up against Juggernaut. That was a thing on Twitter for a while. Yeah, put Deku up against Juggernaut.
Rise Harlem. A blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
He's gotten kudos from a ton of older heroes too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The king of Wakanda himself even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
That's a fit.
Same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb kinetic energy and vibrational impacts.
It helps to regulate Miles's venom powers too, allowing him to better control his electrical output.
The vibranium is thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style.
I'm gonna stop pausing it, but that is a fit. That nigga is throwing a fit. I feel like I'm getting shorter. Hold on. Oh, I can't stand up. Hold on. Boop. My apologies, y'all. I'm back. Back and I'm better.
But it can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
Though it's not as durable as, say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic energy will overload it.
Don't be near it when it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon here when he used his vibranium wings to stop a bomb that was gonna blow up New York City. That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive,
giving him huge boosts in strength and speed and making him a whole lot zappier. It's
Super Saiyan.
Shonen power up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor, no longer standing in the shadow, but side by side.
Literally, his universe got blown up and he was sent to the main 616 timeline, along with his family, and now it's him and
that
Peter
fit is fucking trash. Oh my goodness, I didn't think they were gonna bring that up. I forgot all about that doo-doo ass fit. Oh man, this shit was fucking horrible. Ruined mad aura. No aura.
Spider Bros.
He's even become one of the big players of the Spider-Verse, teaming up with all sorts of other spider variants to defend the multiverse.
Fuck that
There's
nigga.
anime spider
Miguel.
people, robot spider people, dinosaur spider people, spider people, a whole lot of them, each with their own way of getting the job done. Miles even led them into battle against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
Yeah.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero. But what is a hero? To the citizens of Japan, there was no one more synonymous with the word than their symbol of peace. All Might.
Yep.
Big numero uno. With a smile on his face, he could save anyone and win any fight, no matter what.
Or so it seemed. After a battle with his arch nemesis All For One, All Might was grievously injured. His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
They be saying they in the first seasons, and we're far past that, of course. They be saying little shit like that. Yeah, he's far past his prime. You know, he doesn't have a lot of time left, and then you see him pull off some of the most amazing shit you've ever seen.
In this world, most human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one.
Fuck.
Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or as local bully Bakugo like to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save people just like All Might, but even his idol told him that he would have to give up on his
He
dreams.
said, "Give up, little nigga. You're not
Forever
cut out for
the
this
beta male
shit."
in the shadow of Bakugo and his Sigma quirk, until he got the chance
Such
to
a loser ass
alpha
nigga.
up and lend his rival a helping hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so after months
my
of
hair.
training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, One for All. This
I
power
would.
allows him to
Okay,
boost
hold
his
you.
strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific U.S. locales and a soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes, even finger flicks. One for All is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time
So you
he
break your
used it,
fucking arm.
Izuku destroyed this giant robot in a single blow on accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though.
Fuck.
Damn, that looks like it hurts.
One for All's power was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it.
I always had the question, why the fuck didn't All Might think, okay, maybe this might happen. I don't know. Maybe it didn't happen to him. Fuck it. I'm not gonna harp
In
on
the
it.
hands of an improper vessel, One for All could cause their body to explode. So Izuku would need to continuously train to master it at his Hero Academia.
Say that again.
UA High.
Here he'd be inspired by girly pop Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his best.
Something that he may have taken too far.
When it came to saving people, Do Your Best here had a bad habit of putting others way before himself.
Nigga.
Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down on his hospital bill, he developed full cowling. Instead of using his quirk in short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body at low percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And with that new thinking came a new fighting style, shoot style. To use a stronger limb that'd be less likely to break, Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book and switched to focusing on kicks to pack in more of a
I'm sorry, I'm not saying nothing. I am like locked in for some reason, even though I know all this shit. I had like, it was when this shit came out, brain chemistry. My brain chemistry started reworking. That's the reason I'm not saying nothing. I'm really honed in on this.
punch. Yeah.
And that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All For One, All Might would be forced
He
into
said, "Nigga, I'm
retirement just a
done."
few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
But he
I'm like,
didn't
bruh.
have to do it alone. Just as All Might had passed One for All onto Deku,
Oh, shit.
it had been passed onto All Might by his
I might skip
master,
these, y'all.
and onto her by her master. One for All was a power that was built upon for generations.
Okay.
The quirks of the previous users of One For All manifested in Deku.
I don't know all these niggas yet.
along with their spirits or vestiges, to help him in his battle against All for One.
Okay, I'm good.
Gives him energy tendrils to swing around and restrain foes. They can also brace his arms and manually control his muscles if he can't move.
Float allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Fly, for
Danger
real.
Sense detects incoming threats and unease, letting Deku react in advance. Though it's mostly like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number
Figure
of
it out,
threats.
nigga.
Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him, create a smokescreen.
Farting.
But he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smokescreen.
That's
That's
swell,
tough.
but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He has combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with Full Cowling to achieve foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
What?
He once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero turned villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm. I think I'm in love.
Nagant's bullet was crossed a distance of around 215 kilometers within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times faster than sound. And Deku was moving so fast, the bullet seemed like it was standing still.
And he can go even faster than that
What
with his
the
final
fuck?
quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia.
I'm genuinely shocked right now, and my fucking seat's falling down. I'm genuinely shocked on what's going on right now, because I don't know these.
He can slow down foes to leave them frozen in the air, or move so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All for One's own protege Shigaraki couldn't track him, and this
Bitch
is a dude
ass
who
nigga.
can catch light speed laser beams.
It does have a time limit though. After 5 minutes of continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
Oh,
Nearly as bad as One for All was suffocating him, though. He's been doing all of this shit in just the 10th grade. I hadn't even figured out you can breathe through your nose at that point.
The pressure of trying to save his friends, the country, the entire world weighed on Deku, so he left UA to fight this war alone.
But alone was never where Deku fought best.
remember.
Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him.
I know how this does
because
end, though.
that was the greatest threat to All for One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One for All itself. Just people helping each other out.
Yep.
And with their help, Deku defeated All for One once and for all.
I knew this was
blowing a
fucking
hole in
happening.
this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
So
bruh.
he did lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher, passing on his knowledge to the next generation, just like every user of
Nigga
One
didn't
for All
graduate high
before him.
school.
Some might say he peaked in high school. If not for the sick new armor he eventually got to go back to kicking butt. He even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
All with the help of his friends. For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero.
I'm not crying right now. Let me refix the seat. I'm not crying. Not crying. Chill. That's what I'm not doing is crying. Like, relax, please.
Hello, it's me, Store-Bought Benjamin. I know what you're asking. Benjamin, what are you wearing?
Dummy thick.
Yes, that's our Mechanical Menace Mecha Goose pulling down the trunks of Poor Dummy. Our new summer line of merch is available now on deathbattle.gg for a limited time.
Who got me?
Website members can even get this in a unique color scheme. And there's a hat.
Who got me?
I like the hat. I know what else you're asking. Benjamin, why did Wiz build robot butt cheeks on Dummy? I don't know. Get your cheeks at www.deathbattle.gg.
Sound like you a freak, bro. Let's be for real. We know who's winning.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I'm sorry, Miles. I'm sorry. I wouldn't wish this on nobody, but it is an ass whooping coming. I like the art style.
Yo! You're more man and less spider than usual. Whoa, I was looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
All right, new guy. First lesson, don't watch the mouth. Watch the hands.
Now watch mine, Delaware!
Let's try that one more time.
It's just too much.
Guess who?
I can't use my full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
You got skills, man. I like that.
He didn't feel him just fucking break that. Really old New York City.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out.
All out, nigga. That's all I had.
Let's do my best.
I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
If I'm gonna do my best,
He already using his power up. That's over.
I gotta do my own thing.
Whoever, this is always the trope. Whoever powers up first is normally the nigga to lose. And the reason I say that is because once you powering up because, oh, I can't beat this nigga at his base. You know what time it is. That's all I'm saying. Oh, nigga.
Sarah was right. Your quirk is amazing.
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spiderman.
His suit has shock absorption, not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
Deku Loki moving. Ah, use one of his big moves right there. This shit looks phenomenal though. Look at this.
Go beyond.
Nah, bro, I'm sorry. Hold on, let's see. I know he's not gonna win that.
Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate.
I'll go for it.
Vaya con Dios.
I will go for it.
Let's start by talking about their superpowers,
Deku just
which
got too
matched
many.
up quite evenly. Unsurprisingly, given the not-so-subtle inspiration for Deku's quirks, though they did have some edges over the other.
The Spider Sense gave Miles more insight on his surroundings and threats than Danger Sense, which has been worked around before.
This meant Miles' invisibility was harder for Danger Sense to detect when he wasn't attacking, while the Spider Sense's radar system allowed him to find Deku in a smokescreen. But Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float was a lot more mobile than Webs, and Fajin gave a bigger boost in strength than Venom did. Since both had some advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Next up, speed.
I give it to him,
Scaling
yeah.
to Peter, Miles could dodge light speed attacks, which actually outpaced Izuku moving faster than that sniper bullet. Fortunately for Deku though, that wasn't his best.
Thanks to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki. Even worse for Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible. So speed goes to Deku.
Give him
As
that,
for
yeah.
skill, Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
But Miles' powers and fighting style gave Deku few immediate openings.
Deku may have received more formal training at UA, but he was ultimately only active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles has been handling everything from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
It's close, but with his greater experience, skill goes to Miles, and that means the biggest deciding factor is raw strength.
And that was no contest.
Yeah, for
Miles
sure.
absorbing the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One for All is all about.
Yeah,
When Deku
shit,
defeated
look at
All
that
for One,
boy.
the energy needed to part those clouds with this punch had a yield of 362 billion tons of TNT, smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the water.
Yep,
But
I know.
It wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a
I know.
vibranium suit after all.
I knew
so
it.
the question wasn't necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons. Impressive, but Deku defeating All for One was still over 600 times stronger than Vibranium's limit.
And Deku did that with One for All's embers, not the full package.
And remember, the Vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had, making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
I knew
It's
it.
there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this superpowered battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed and immense strength that
Strength.
made him the winning
He,
hero.
boy, that
And
boy.
the morales of the story is...
The winner is Deku.
Now, let's be honest. I knew what it was going to be. I just thought it was a fantastic death battle to at least react to because they did a fantastic job animating it. And I'm trying to get more into the arts. These motherfuckers did they thing.
Next time on Death
Let's see
Battle.
who we got. I mean, Godzilla.
Subscribe and
I am
join us
there
later
for
to
that.
see more Death Battle.
Hold
Thanks
on.
for watching.
Okay, look. Don't start. Hulk versus. Okay, let's start with Deku and Miles. I knew the verdict of that fight before it even started. Maybe somewhere in the future, I do mean somewhere in the future. Miles might get another upgrade somewhere, but I knew it was raps. I knew it was raps for real. What was that, season 4? I was like, okay, Deku really pulling out some shit with this one. His 100% thing, and this is before he even unlocked the other quirks. I think the only thing he probably had was the Black Whip, and that's me thinking. When he saved the little girl, what's her name? Eri? I forgot. It's been so long. I was like 100%, and I know they're gonna give this nigga everything he got. Would do it to him. I ain't gonna hold you. Would do it to him. So I knew the verdict of that before the fight even started. Hulk versus Godzilla though, it's gonna be fucking crazy. I haven't been this interested in a death battle in a minute. That shit is gonna be nuts. We gotta react to it. We do. So with that being said, it's good to be back. I'm sorry I took such a long break. I'm tripping. I'm locking the fuck in on this. I'm putting my head down and we're gonna get to this fucking money. Not saying I'm doing this for the money, but I'm doing this to, get myself out there a little more. I'm geeking. I don't know. I could be tired. Who knows? But at the end of the day, that was fantastically animated. The research was pretty well for me. I don't see anybody who could be debunking anything because either way I go, I think Deku wins that fight. And besides that, I think we straight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming through. I appreciate all of y'all. Even if you don't subscribe, but if you not subscribed to the channel, you might as well. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Y'all know the outro. And I appreciate y'all for coming through, for sure. Like, really. Yeah, but y'all know the outro. Stay cool, stay calm, stay collected, stay hardworking, stay dedicated, stay motivated, stay disciplined, stay smooth, stay beautiful, and stay honored. We out. Shit.